המשמר יציג את נשקו. הצד, צ'ק! המשמר יעבור לנוח, עמוד נוח. המשמר יעבור לדום. משמר.
So we are waiting for the Prime Minister of India to board the plane. The Israeli Prime Minister is already there to receive the Prime Minister of India. Let's talk to our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Sidhant Sibol. He is on the phone. Sidhant, this visit is aimed at strengthening bilateral defense and trade ties against the backdrop of ongoing tensions in the Middle East or West Asia. But there has been much talk about this visit by the Indian Prime Minister to Israel.
Well, yes, a very significant visit. First visit of the Indian Prime Minister in his third term to Israel, and essentially a visit coming at a time of a lot of geopolitical flux. Of course, Israel and India have firmed up their relationship every sense possible. There will be announcement on upgradation of security pact and the Indian Parliament's big address at the Parliament. That is something that is closely watched. Now, the Indian Prime Minister has just arrived. He will be welcomed by the Israeli Prime Minister, who is waiting along with his wife. We have the first visuals of the Indian Prime Minister now deboarding Air India One. There you have it on your screens. The Indian Prime Minister now coming out. And will be greeted by the Israeli Prime Minister, possibly by a hug, something that is given. But clearly, there you have it, the first warm welcome by the Israeli Prime Minister to the Indian Prime Minister.
That's right, and as you can see on your screen, the Indian Prime Minister was welcomed by a hug from the Israeli Prime Minister, and they're having a small chat between the three. That's the Indian Prime Minister with the Israeli Prime Minister and his wife. Remember, the Indian Prime Minister is in Israel to firm up the bilateral defense and trade ties against the backdrop of the ongoing tensions in the Middle East, including the worsening relationship between the US and Iran. The Israeli Prime Minister, the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, is scheduled to address Israel's parliament, the Knesset, hold wide-ranging talks with his Israeli counterpart Benjamin Netanyahu and meet President Isaac Herzog. Enhanced overall defense and security cooperation will be a key focus of the delegation-level discussions between the two prime ministers. Netanyahu is also set to host a private dinner for Prime Minister Modi in the evening. So after this, the Prime Minister will head to the Knesset in a few hours from now. Let's just listen in to the national anthem being played at the Ben Gurion Airport.
דגל, צ'ק!